Don't forget to hit that bell.
These pumpkins are looking a little bit rough. It's been really hot the last couple days. We didn't soak them as long as we wanted to yesterday. So we're gonna give them a really good, nice soaking today. Dakota's making up, we put some nitrogen on there, but we're gonna put a little bit, he's making up a liquid nitrogen to feed them a little faster. And I'm gonna get them watered. We're gonna get some of that nitrogen put on them, and I'll show you here in about an hour what they look like after giving them some water.
Alright, so what we've got going on here is these two buckets are a little more pureed already because this is older goat manure that was in the tank battery goat shed we have out there. So you can see it's already pretty well broke down and pureed. But this right here is some pressure llama manure, and llama and goat manure both are supposed to be considered a cold fertilizer, meaning you can take it fresh and put it on your plants.
Rabbits too, right?
And rabbits.
Yep.
And that's one cool thing about the llama is they've got all this really nice manure and they poop them in piles. So they put it all in one place for you. But I'm going to try to use this paint mixer to start getting some of this broke down. Figured if we get it broke down in water, we get more of the nutrients applied to the root. So
faster.
And then we'll just mix all three of these buckets together and then divide it between 4 buckets and fill them up with water. Kind of dilute it down. Hopefully we don't burn any of the plants up. But I would think this is far safer than just dumping tons of normal nitrogen down. So. As you can see, that water is a really rich color, so a lot of organic matter in that water. A lot of nitrogen should be in there. This one's getting there, but
I have that pH, that electric pH tester inside.
Now it's getting soft. It'll fall apart.
We should test it.
I'm not afraid to touch manure.
Hey Riley, come here.
Well, it should, by the time we water these plants, I'll probably put the fertilizer on it here this evening after they've been watered and soak this up. So we've just made a manure tea basically, and I'm keeping it stirred up every time that I go to put it on the plants. That way it's getting the organic matter in the tea. That way I'm not just left with a bunch of leached out manure. Shayla probably talked about how these things were wilting over and needed to be watered. You can already see how they look just after getting a drink. It's kind of crazy.
That's just, well, that's these first 2 rows I've watered.
See what they look like.
Look at that one in the back. That's just wild. That one was all slumped over a second ago.
Let it soak in, and then I give them one more drink. We'll be able to, probably by the end of this hot weather we have here in the next 2 days, we should be able to tell if it's made a difference or not, because they haven't really been growing in the last week or so. They've kind of stagnated.
A little bit. Some of them have.
We've got a good stretch of 80-degree weather coming in. I bet you they'll grow 2 to 3 feet on the vines throughout that next week, and then we'll let them flower.
Yep. We've already pulled the buds on most of them once, and then all of them once, and the rest basically twice we pulled the buds off. And so this time we're going to let them bloom and start putting on.
We're going to hit them. We're going to hit them again probably. I'm going to try to get 2 buckets on them today, and then, or however much I go through by the time I get them all done. And then probably Tuesday's the last day of hot weather. We'll probably hit them again with nitrogen with this mixture, and then we'll probably go to the store and get some other fertilizers for the flowering, just because we're not real sure what's in this mulch and whatnot.
Yep, there's a bug right behind you. Blister beetles, squash bugs, and grasshoppers are really trying hard over here. We're working hard to keep them going. These ones that are in partial shade actually have been doing the best so far. I think probably mostly due to the overly hot summer. Okay, y'all, we're back. I didn't actually come back yesterday and get a video, but it's now been a day or 2 with the fertilizer on these plants. As you can see, a little water and fertilizer. Really, this one was the last to get watered, so it's still coming up, but all the rest of these, this one's over here struggling a little bit, but should pop up here in a couple days. All these are doing good. Trying to keep these blister beetles and the stink bugs off of them, or squash bugs. They're eating up some of the plants, but they're not too bad. As you can see, everything's doing really well. This one's our biggest one.
We need a pants put her on that side. Have some
Hey Huxton, you want to show us some pumpkins?
Yeah.
Okay, show us what a pumpkin looks like. It sure is.
And there's one in here.
There's one over here too.
And there's look on this.
Oh, we have to come on this side. Okay. Let's see in there.
There's one right there.
There is one right there.
And I think I saw two before. I don't know who didn't do that one.
Under that one.
Look at you, Mom.
Gourds are doing good.
You, Mom. I found
That
two
one's-
of them.
Well, that one is. We only got 4, but that other one that's small
In the hill.
came up really late though. You found 2 where?
2.
Ooh, you're right. I'm really excited to see what color and what type of pumpkins all these are, aren't you? Let's go look at this big one right here. This one is really,
Yeah, I just
this one's really cool. Has a giant what?
Do it like these things with spikes on.
This one is really cool. This this stalk under here is
Stalk, Mom, is really cool.
really flat. You're there.
Yeah,
Mr. Beetle.
Squash bug, Mom, we should get it out. Off and
Squash him.
There you go.
Yep.
It stops.
Yeah, I'm really curious to see which pumpkins these produce because of this weird stalk in here. It's all flat.
Yeah.
Squishy.
Yeah, that one's fine. That one's really fine.
But yeah, most of the plants are doing really well. We're gonna go pick up some
Mom, Dad been sitting on.
phosphorus today,
Mom, Dad been sitting on his bucket.
and
Mom, Dad been sitting on
Get-
his bucket.
he's been sitting on that bucket.
Yeah.
Looky here. Hey, look at me, Bubs. We're gonna go pick up some phosphorus today and get it on these plants now that they're starting to flower. And then after that, we'll put some potassium on them. So the order, you're supposed to fertilize these plants with nitrogen, phosphorus, and then potassium. In that order and based on the stages that they are in. So they need a lot of heavy nitrogen.
The watermelon seeds on?
The watermelon seeds. It's too late to plant watermelons, Bubby.
Watermelon seeds, Mom, take forever. You need water for watermelon seeds.
You need water for watermelon seeds?
Yeah.
You sure about that? You need water for pumpkins?
You know, you need water for watermelons.
What about pumpkins? All living things need water. Do you drink water? Is your name Water Huxton? So you need water because your name is Water Huxton? You think only watermelons need water because they're called watermelons? What? What did you say? All the plants need water, right? Yeah.
Mom, you have a lot of plants.
We have a lot?
Yeah.
There's 31.
And you do have some of them on that side right down in
Yep.
the corner.
There's 35, including the gourds.
The guys are guarding the gate. They're in
The cows are guarding the gate. Let's see. They are guarding the gate, aren't they? But anyway, so when you first plant them, they need some heavy nitrogen to get them growing and green. And then when they start producing flowers, you're going to do a phosphorus fertilizer that'll make the flowers bloom and put on more production. And then to feed the pumpkins and get them to grow big and healthy, you're going to add potassium. Yeah, bub, you know what? These bugs are just eating these plants up. That's why we got to keep killing them. You hear all the grasshoppers? They're all over.
those findings, Mom, will always run on the grass, Mom.
Hey, turn around and talk because I can't hear you.
Mom, those findings, they don't say on the findings.
The flying things?
Yeah.
Those are grasshoppers.
The grasshoppers.
You know what a
are
grasshopper is? We use them for fish bait.
The flying grasshoppers, Mom. You know they actually are scared of us.
They are. Hey, which pumpkin plant is your very favorite?
The one that looks like dragons.
The one that looks like dragons?
Yeah, the one that looks like dragons.
Which one's that?
I like all of them look like dragons.
Which ones look like dragons?
Look. This one over there is another one.
Oh, we're gonna...
There's no one but on this side.
I think we already showed them this one. Oh, another pumpkin. Yeah, I see 4 of them there. Look, this is a pumpkin too.
Whoa, it's a pumpkin right here.
This is a tiny one.
This is a pumpkin too.
Yep.
It's already not grown. There's there's dirt on it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can't take this. The watermelon is really soft.
It's not a watermelon.
Where's the water?
Now you're acting like mommy.
Where's the watermelon?
We didn't plant them. Because we messed up. Well, then they won't get big enough to eat.
Yeah.
It's too late. We'll plant them next year, though. We'll plant a whole bunch. How about that? Okay.
Let's go back in the house.
All right, we'll go in the house in just a second. Well, as you can see, there is a lot of grass in between the rows and stuff. This heat has had pros and cons. The pros is that the grass hasn't grown. Cons is that we happen to hand water these pumpkins a lot extra. So today, our okra's still over there, and there's Bailey.
I like all of the plants out there.
I know, baby. And so probably later today or tomorrow, I'm gonna come in here and get that tiller going and clean this up a little bit, and then if I can get anything planted. I was hoping to do a fall garden, get some stuff planted in a couple weeks ago, but it didn't happen. We've just been so busy. So if I can get anything in, I'll try to get that done this next week or two. But if not, I'm happy with the pumpkins, and we've got lots of seeds saved up for next year, and we'll do some better planting and stuff. And I might actually let Dakota take over the vegetable gardening, and then I might just... What? No. Well, you always try to take over anyway. I might just handle the flowers, because that's what I'm better at. But overall, we're pretty happy with the progress so far.
That's all for today, guys. Like and subscribe. And don't forget to hit that bell.